Well, Tommy, it's a win today, 5-2 here in Dover, taking 3 points home. There can't be too much to gripe about that performance.
Well, look, I was speaking to you only just over 24 hours ago, saying, look, the last few performances have, including the one that we did manage to score 6 goals, have looked more like a team that I've been in charge of. I think the football that we're playing is asking questions of the opposition, and I thought we came out the blocks really well today. I think, first 10 minutes, they didn't even get nowhere. Final third. So for a team like them not to do that, it would put a massive doubt, I think, in their players' minds. So I thought, fairness to the coaching staff and what we gave the players leading into the game, the Thursday Friday training in particular, I think we got it spot on, and the lads executed it brilliantly. So to get our noses in front like we did was well deserved. And if anything, I was a little frustrated that we weren't more than 2-0 up at half time. But to come out and do what we did in the second half, me being me, I'm disappointed because we've conceded a couple of goals. When you go away from home, if you've managed 5, you've likely dominated the game, and I think even their staff would have to admit, I think it was certainly one-way traffic.
5 goals today, 5 goals coming from different players, different places on the pitch. But I don't think it's outrageous to say we had a similar amount of chances to what we did in the Chelmsford game. Yeah. Was it the work this week that changed that conversion rate?
Football's all about fine margins. We could have won 4 or 5 or 6 games in the period I've been here by that sort of scoreline. And we managed 2, but we've also taken a hiding in 1, and they're only ever a week apart. It's a long time in football. There's a lad in there, I've just said to him, this time last weekend, me and him weren't seeing eye to eye, and he's done a great job. And I'll tell you now, at 2 o'clock when I named the team, he'd have been the most surprised man in Dover to be thinking he was playing. But like I said to them, they can't read me. I can read them, but they can't read me. And I'll always ever make decisions for the betterment of the football club. And I've got to say, to a man, the ones who started the game and the ones who finished the game have done their job really, almost impeccably, but really, really well. And I'm delighted for the fans. They've sent them home the game before Christmas with a big smile on their face.
Yeah, and I wanted to touch upon the fans there. It's probably the best support I've ever seen at this club. Absolutely brilliant. All with their shirts off, jumping up and down in the corner. Was that a boost today?
Well, it was brilliant. I mean, they were here early for one. I think they maybe had a little bit of Christmas cheer in them, I would have said. But I've got to say, they were vocal all the way through, and I couldn't help but notice when they were doing the Congo at one stage and then the Poznan at the other. But listen, they haven't had a massive deal to sing and shout about this season, I get that. But they show you they're totally behind the lads, and I'm sure the lads enjoyed going over to say thank you and to receive the well dones, which this weekend they thoroughly deserve.
Well, looking ahead to Boxing Day then, this is a nice launch pad for that, obviously, but what's the preparation look like now between now and Boxing Day, considering there's Christmas and whatever else?
Well, it's slightly different. We'll give them one more rest day, but we'll train 2 days into the game. So, at the end of the day, it's the match day is different, but our preparation won't be much different. I know it's Christmas, but we have to work through Christmas and New Year, and that was the first of 5 games in, I think it's 15 or 16 days. So, like I said to you yesterday, I'm probably looking to bring 1 or 2 people in to help with the numbers. If I look behind me today, I mean, Harvey Lintotten, Leith Fernie, George Alexander, but after that we're looking at very young lads who are, with all due respect, they're probably not ready to be thrown into the front line. So, yeah, I think there's a little bit of additional squad filling needed, but at the minute I'm going to go and enjoy the result.
And then for Boxing Day, it's a bit of an occasion, a derby, just after Christmas. It will be a packed crowd, I'd imagine. Does the occasion of these kinds of games help or hinder the preparation? Is it more about just doing your own thing?
Well, as a player, I used to love the derby games or the games that were hyped a little bit further. But I mean, listen, at Christmas, it's the vast majority of people are on holiday at Christmas, but footballers aren't. So it's another day of work for us. Don't get me wrong, because it's local. There's local bragging rights on. I'm sure there's people work with people who support Worthing, maybe live in Brighton and whatever it is. So look, that's all that's the fan side of things. For us, it's another day at the office as well. And like I said, we'll have a couple of 3 more days before that yet. So we got to make sure that we'll all return. The pitch was really heavy today, and I thought we handled that really well. But yeah, I'm sure, well, it'll certainly be an early start for me on Boxing Day because obviously the early kick-off, so don't be late.
Well, just finally then, we won't see the fans again until after Christmas. Is there a Christmas message ahead of the Boxing Day fixture?
Yeah, I would like to wish everybody who are associated and support Eastbourne Borough Football Club a very, very, very Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy New Year. And personally, I'm looking forward to a quiet one at home with my family, and I wish you all the very best, and I hope you spend it with the people closest to you.